Guys, I finally got the Legend, the 979B with the 540 motor in it. So just got it today, and check out these tires. I know you've probably seen it on other YouTube videos, but watch these babies balloon. Same with the rear. So yeah, 540 motor in this bad boy. We'll take a little in-depth look here and a little review of the other ones and compare, so hang on. Okay, this is just a part of the collection. These are just the 1/18th scale, and here I got the new one, the 144001. But after that one, I got this one. Why? Because these are so fast, they're so crazy, they're untamed, they're wild, and they're fun to upgrade. So first thing I'll do, I've got a heat sink to snap on the 540 motor, and then I put colored zip ties on my little body holders. And then these come with just bushings in the wheels, not really bearings, so you can upgrade that. The shocks only have a little bit of oil in them. I have like a little ketchup squeezer bottle with the little spout, and I put 120 weight gear lube in the shocks, fill them up, and that really helps a lot, gets the springiness away. And then I've done some upgrades with these metal shocks that are oil filled, but on two sets I've had the bottom plastic pull off the threaded shaft, so I had to on all of them put a little epoxy in there to keep that threaded shaft in there. So even the aluminum upgrades, they need a little work. Now this is the other one with the big motor in it. I put a short course bumper on it because I tend to crash this one quite a bit. Once I head on a WLtoys monster truck, and the stock shock didn't snap it, but it popped the cap off and wrecked the threads. So then I put these on, but then, yeah, still had to work on them a little bit. And then the buggy came really towed out, so I bought the adjustable links. But then one time on a big cartwheel rollover, I bent a link. So I guess a lot of the guys say, you know, you can put some metal upgrades, but don't do all metal, because then nothing can flex and you'll end up bending it and it stays bent. The plastic will bend back. And then, yeah, I put all ball bearings in this one, so when you get on the throttle and you let off, it's still just coast forever. It really helped it out. And the buggy had the small tires on it, so I put the monster trucks on it, and that way it doesn't get stuck so much. And then just for comparison, here's the short course. That's just got the little 390 in it. Huge difference. This takes up a whole lot of the truck. It's a big can. This one's a lot smaller. But I do recommend this one maybe for beginners. It's still faster with the 390 than the WLtoys or the WLtoys or the Zinglahongs with 390s. This has a big pinion gear on it, so it's actually pretty fast, and it's perfectly balanced speed, power, and handling. So that's a good one if you just want something that's a little more drivable. These have so much torque. You crack the throttle, it flips upside down, and it'll twist in the air too from the torque of that big 540 motor. And you only maybe get 8 minutes or something run time, even though it's a bigger 1500 milliamp hour battery than that one. That big motor is kind of power hungry, and it uses a lot of juice. So just kind of letting you know that. And then my big thing I'm going to do now, one guy on the WL owners group on Facebook, or two guys said, hey, there's no caster in these, so it's not like a bicycle or a motorcycle where you got a tilt on the lower control arm. Like this buggy, I don't know if we can see it, the new one, it actually, the front of the A-arms are twisted, not twisted, but it's up higher. It's got, you can see the metal bottom has a kick up. Well, that gives it caster, so it handles a lot better high speeds going straight. These don't have it. So one guy on WL said he bought metal A-arms, put them in a vise, twisted them. So I have those on the way. Should get them pretty soon. So I'm going to experiment with this one since I didn't do any alignment with it yet. Get myself some caster, and I ordered 3 sets. So once I get this one going the way I want to do it, then I can upgrade this one, and for sure the buggy, because the buggy is crazy. My alignment saved on tire wear and stuff, but it's still a little bit squirrely because there's no caster in it. And then if you guys don't like to mess around with these, I just love it. I'm from the day when you bought a kit and you had to assemble your car, put your own radio system in there, your own speed control and all that stuff. So I kind of like messing with the stuff. But if you just want something ready to go, this is it. This is that new one. I happen to put the short course, the bigger 1/12 scale bumper on the front. That helps a lot because otherwise your shocks are exposed if you're crashing and stuff. But this one's like perfect. All ball bearings all the way through. It has the adjustable links right from the factory, so you can align it or change the alignment to how you like if you're racing. Big bore shocks. They're really wide. They come filled with oil, and they're the best I've ever had. I'd say they're right up there with Traxxas. They rebound real nice and slow. Handle's amazing. It's got metal shock towers. They're a little bit thin. You can bend them if you're crashing them hard because it doesn't have the big body to protect them, but you can always bend them back. And then this one comes with the metal bottom. And it's not as fast as the B models, even though it's got the bigger 550 motor. Not quite as fast, but amazing suspension. It handles better. So if you just want something that you don't got to mess with, then this is really the way to go. I just put a couple little vent holes in places that doesn't look too bad, just to let a little more air in and out because it's kind of a tight fit on that motor. And then my fins didn't really fit, so I cut it in half with a hacksaw and just kind of a little bit of epoxy just to help cool the motor a little bit more. And yeah, when I'm running it and I touch it, they are pretty warm, so I know it's conducting heat away from the motor. But yeah, just a little overview. So next up, we got a really nice new construction site with lots of gravel and jumps. So we'll take this little guy out and we'll pound on him a little bit. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, that one's like too perfect. And these guys are more fun because they're wild, because they're like an untamed Mustang horse out in the wild. They're just crazy, so that's what makes them fun. So maybe you guys can subscribe and throw a like on here, and we'll keep on having fun with these budget vehicles or affordable vehicles. So thank you. Okay, I got my little upgrades done for now. I got the red flags on the body pins. The shocks are full of oil. It comes up, a lot quicker than that brand new buggy. It's not perfect, but it helps. I tried the transmitter from the new buggy because that, you can turn the speed down for like kids or something to slow this thing down, but it would not bind to this receiver, so it'll still be using this one. And then I always mark my left and my right trim buttons. The other is just throttle trim, but I got so many remotes, all different brands, I kind of just do that. And then I forgot to mention the speed. On the box, they say 70 kilometers per hour, but I've seen a lot of guys get about 60 kilometers per hour on their little GPS. I only have a big phone with GPS on it, so my phone's as big as the truck, I guess, so it wouldn't be real accurate. But I guess one little trick to do if you want to go faster, put a little 3S battery in there. The 11.1 volts will get you going faster, but then probably put a fan blowing on the speed control to make it last longer. But I do that on my other collection. You can see I got a pretty good collection over there. The WLtoys, I put a 3S in. The Xinglehong, I put a 3S in. I run this all the time. The big 9125 dual motor Xinglehong. I have a cooling fan that blows across the ESC, and all the time on 3S, no problem. And it gets it pretty close to the advertised speed. This one, they said 46 kilometers per hour. With 3S, I'm at like 42 kilometers per hour and way slower, 30-some with this factory 2S. So, a lot of guys go brushless. I don't worry about brushless. I keep my stock transmitter and everything, but I just go 3S. This is the 112 WLtoys short course. I run that on 3S, put a fan on it, put the heat sink on the motor, and yeah, it's fast on 3S. So, eventually you might have to replace gears a little more often if you run them on 3S, but, the parts are cheap, and for the fun and the speed you get out of 3S, who cares? Even on this one, if I get it dialed in so that it handles better, I might try 3S, and then I do a fan. And even if you burn up the speed control receiver combo. Who cares? It's cheap, like $8 or something, you know. So that's just, you know, like my friends say with our four-wheelers and snowmobiles, if you want to play, you're going to pay. You know, it costs money to keep this stuff going, costs money to upgrade, and that's just what it is. You know, you've got to pay a little bit to play. So next up, we'll bash this thing, see what she can do. Thanks.